It's 12:30 a.m. on June 25, 2009, Staples Center, Los Angeles. A 50-year-old man walks off the rehearsal stage for the last time. He's just performed Earth Song, the final song he'll ever sing. He leaves with a huge smile. His comeback tour starts in 18 days, and 750,000 tickets are already sold. He's home by 1 a.m. His personal doctor is waiting upstairs with an IV drip and 6 different sedatives. By 2:26 that afternoon, Michael Jackson will be dead. What happens inside that bedroom involves 6 drugs, 1 doctor, and 82 minutes between the moment he stops breathing and the moment anyone calls 911. The afternoon before, the house at 100 North Carrollwood Drive feels quiet. The kind of quiet you wouldn't remember unless something terrible followed. It's a rented French chateau in Holmby Hills, with 7 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, and a grand piano in the foyer. Jackson comes downstairs around 3 p.m. His chef, Kai Chase, has prepared seared ahi tuna with organic salad and carrot orange juice. His 3 children are at the table: Prince, 12, Paris, 11, and Blanket, 7. They eat together. Jackson talks about the London shows, the rehearsals, what he's got planned for them once the tour starts. It's the last meal they'll share, but nobody at that table has any reason to think so. After lunch, Jackson heads back upstairs. Kai Chase washes the dishes. The children play in the living room. A black SUV idles in the driveway, waiting to take him to the Staples Center by 5 p.m. 14 hours later, paramedics will carry him out of this house on a stretcher. But that comes later. By June 2009, Jackson hasn't performed live in over a decade. He owes hundreds of millions in debt. His reputation has survived 2 public trials. The This Is It tour isn't a comeback, it's financial survival. AEG Live booked 50 shows at the O2 Arena in London, 750,000 tickets sold in 4 hours. Jackson's contract gives him 90% of net revenues, an estimated $80 to $100 million. But here's what nobody outside the inner circle knew, and what Jackson himself had no idea was happening. 6 days before his death, on June 19th, director Kenny Ortega watched Jackson arrive at the Staples Center shivering, unable to hold a conversation. Ortega rubbed Jackson's cold feet, fed him when it was clear he hadn't eaten all day. That night, Ortega emailed AEG's CEO with a warning: "I saw a Michael that frightened me, a lost boy." An emergency meeting followed on June 20th. Jackson's physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, arrived angry and told Ortega to stay out of it. Jackson's health was his domain. Then something nobody expected happened. On June 23rd and 24th, Jackson was electric. He rehearsed Thriller, Dangerous, and Earth Song with a focus that surprised the entire crew. He left the Staples Center at 12:30 a.m. with a huge smile. Except Kenny Ortega never saw him alive again. What most people don't know is that Jackson's dependence on propofol didn't start with Conrad Murray. It started with a fire. On January 27, 1984, during a Pepsi commercial in Los Angeles, pyrotechnics on set ignited Jackson's hair. He suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns across his scalp, and doctors prescribed painkillers during recovery. He was 25 years old. Imagine being at the peak of the biggest pop career in history, and the thing that breaks your body is a soda commercial. By the mid-90s, the insomnia was chronic. On the History World Tour in 1996, a German anesthesiologist named Neil Ratner started giving Jackson propofol every single night. Propofol isn't a sleep medication. It's a hospital-grade anesthetic, the drug they push into your veins seconds before surgery. Propofol doesn't let you dream. It doesn't even really let you sleep. You just go dark. Jackson called it milk because of its white color. In April 2009, he asked a nurse practitioner named Cherilyn Lee for Diprovan, Propofol's brand name. She refused and warned him directly, "What if you don't wake up?" His answer, "I just need someone to monitor me." 1 month later, AEG hired Dr. Conrad Murray at $150,000 a month. Between April and June 2009, Murray ordered 225 vials of propofol from a Las Vegas pharmacy, roughly 4 gallons of surgical anesthetic. Every shipment was delivered to Murray's girlfriend's apartment in Santa Monica.